We're seeing international investors that want to invest in, largely they come to us for Japan because it's an interesting space. We're seeing a lot more saying, okay, this is a space that has momentum, that has fundamentals. One of the fundamentals is the fact that the flows locally are going back in. The flows locally do believe that the yen at the current levels has space to appreciate, that it is so you're getting an interesting fundamental story from the stocks, and you get in the currency, which they don't have to hedge anymore, which has been extremely expensive, and it's just a simpler trade. And there is so much different angles within Japan. It is a big economy. It's not just tourism. It's not just manufacturing. There's many different sectors which are growing, and that's why we think it still has legs.
Something stuck out to me. You were basically alluding to the potential that the yen could appreciate. But what if it doesn't? Do you foresee any kind of set of circumstances where, considering we're almost on a little bit of a race to the bottom when it comes to China, when it comes to the yuan, that if the BOJ was to intervene, they could derail what their advantage has been in terms of the trade and, the current account, considering they've got a lot of exporters that are making hay when the sun shines in terms of, this weakness we're seeing in the yen?
Well, the BOJ has been known to be slow and patient, right? And I think in this environment where we don't know what's happening with US rates, so the differential is continually changing. I think when we're looking at economic growth in the region, you've got China kind of spluttering a little bit. You've got other parts of the world, like Europe also potentially entering recession. Japan moving slowly, I think will stop any derailment. I think the BOJ, in their traditional manner of 2 steps forward, 1 step backwards, I think it'll do well. I think this is a perfect time for that. So, for instance, the BOJ, I don't think we'll see too much out this week. We actually expected the rate hikes to come in April instead of March, so they came early. So I think this will be now consolidate, walk through it, talk through it, and see how it goes, particularly given there's so much focus now on the Fed. So I think the currency is likely to strengthen, but it's going to be a gradual process. We're not going to see a sharp reaction because we're not going to see a sharp reaction from the BOJ, in our opinion. But that's also pretty solid for equity markets. That stability in the currency means people can decide on their long-term asset allocation and start moving towards it. So, really no real big surprises, just a grind higher in equities and strengthening in the yen as well.